Hola amigos! We're in Costa Rica and we can't wait to show you 15 of our favorite activities. We've had so much fun here and we want to share them with you so you don't miss some of these fun things. For this trip, we actually reached out to my dad because of the beauty of HomeExchange making it so much more affordable and easy to travel as a family. We asked him, if you could go anywhere in the world, where do you want to go? And he explained to us that when he was in college, he did a project on Costa Rica. And since then, back in the 1960s, he has wanted to go to Costa Rica, which I honestly didn't know till I asked him that question. And right away, Andy and I are like, yes, sign us up. Costa Rica sounds amazing anyways. And something that all of us wanted to do is to see more animals that we had never seen before. We had actually never in person seen monkeys in the wild, sloths, lots of birds. And my dad and Debbie are really into bird watching. So we specifically stayed at a place where they could do some bird watching from the HomeExchange by the pool. And boy, did we see some birds there.
Goodbye, buddy.
Okay, not only is this place amazing, but I'm pretty sure we have it completely to ourselves.
So Rachel's doing the swimming around in the water, and she's like, now all I need is to see a monkey. And so I just like turn around and look up, and there's like three, are they spider monkeys or no? They're white-faced monkeys.
We'll look them up today.
We'll look them up and figure it out. Oh my.
But that was my first time seeing monkeys in nature, and they're my favorite animal my whole life. I can't believe it.
They're really cute. There was like 6 or 7 of them, maybe a couple more. We went with Sixt for our rental car, which was nice because it had a free shuttle from the airport, which is only about 5 minutes away. It had really easy pickup and drop-off experience too, which was great. We heard good things about Adobe car rental. Check with your credit card because some of them offer rental coverage, which can save you hundreds on your rental.
Well, our experience driving has been, would you say okay?
Yeah, it's like driving in a big city, basically.
Yeah, not that bad at all compared to what we've heard. Like, we've experienced way worse in the Bahamas, if nothing else. New York City is worse, but anyhow, there's accidents all the time. And the crazy part to us is they just stay wherever the crash happened. They just like park right there in the middle of the road. So then it's just hard to get around the other cars, and they stand there forever and take pictures.
The lady took like 40 pictures of her car. I don't know how many pictures you need, but it must be a Costa Rica thing where they, once you get in an accident, you have to stop and like document the entire thing from every possible angle.
And I saw a police officer come, and we were glad because the police officer came like, oh, he can direct traffic now. But he didn't. He like looked and kept going. So apparently the police don't help with accidents either. I mean, at least that was what we experienced. Staying in a local home in Costa Rica definitely is something we would recommend. We did it through HomeExchange. You can either exchange houses with someone at the same time, or you can do what we do, which is when you're on vacation, you open up your home and you get guest points to use anywhere around the world. This was a really special HomeExchange for us. Not only was the home just like, it could have been a retreat in its own. We wouldn't have even needed to leave to feel this magical Costa Rican vibe with birds coming to the feeder, the pool, the phenomenal plants, the view. Our host also gave us tons of recommendations and was just so sweet and accommodating. She made us banana bread, We actually stayed in the guest suite, and then we had the option to stay there. There were 2 beds, but Andy and I opted. She had another additional studio that we got our own little private area. You can see here with the bed and the bathroom to ourselves. Although I think I use the outdoor shower every time. One of my all-time favorite experiences is outdoor shower with the view of the mountainside. There's like an open window over there. Another Costa Rican experience you totally can't miss is bird watching. Now I know I totally sound like an old lady saying that, but truthfully it's so fun to see all these different amazing birds, whether you're sitting watching like my dad and Debbie did from the back porch. How crazy cool was that by the pool? Or if you're driving all around and just paying attention to what birds you see, it's fun to keep track of it all.
So as like, look, you guys haven't seen me yet.
It's time I fly right in front of you.
You have the colors.
We're gonna try out the short zip line. It was $29 for the short one. It's $15 for the hike, so if you'd want to add that on, it would be $75 for the long zip line and the hike. Today we're trying out the short zip line. Wish us luck. You know what's funny?
Huh.
It's way more safety oriented here than back home.
Oh yeah.
That's way safer. You're not shy, huh? How cute is this little cafe? Obviously open air. I don't know if it's just for coffee and drinks or if we get a food menu. I guess we'll see. Alright, this is so good. It's like potatoes, onions, corn, cilantro, warm and yummy. I know you're supposed to probably put it on the tortilla, but I just love it by itself.
Like a soup.
Its name is Caligo.
This man giving us our tour, it's just him and us, and his family owns it. His parents started this, and we have our own personal tour, but it's so nice. I really hope that tons of people come here. This is unreal. This one's been hanging with me so long. To get the butterflies to perch on us, we put this stinky cookie stuff on our fingers, and it's just bananas, rotten bananas, and then they come on your hands, and he says they get high from the bananas, like for real. So they're just chilling, tripping out. I think you have to be like a really sweet person to work with butterflies, because you have to be so gentle with them, and like their spirit was just so sweet, and they had like relaxing, gentle music playing. And you could just feel their family. He talked about how their family like a million times. His brother worked there, his dad, his mom, and they're just like soft-spoken but really excited about the butterflies. They're actually doing projects all over the world in different countries helping them get butterflies.
Trying to do butterflies and bring them to people that are in hospitals or in prisons, which is kind of cool.
feels phenomenal. Like, what a good way to have therapy. It was therapy for me. I couldn't even believe when I was holding that butterfly for so long and I went and released it and it flew back to me. That was so cool. We aren't big souvenir people. We like to take pictures and maybe we'll find thrift clothes or something, but it was just so cool. We ended up buying a drip coffee thing with a reusable bag. Crazy. And he spent so much time wrapping it up in plastic wrap and making sure it was going to travel well for us and got it all ready to fly with us. So I really appreciated that. We're in the cloud again. We're just like engulfed in a cloud. So this is supposed to be dry season. I mean, it's technically been dry season for years and years and years. It's January, and usually rain is unheard of this time of year, but it's rained some almost every day we've been here. There's been sunny times as well, but all the locals, whenever they see us, they're always explaining to us how very unusual this weather is this year. It's so hazy, I can like see the white stuff, right? It's weird. We had fun checking out all the different signs. Each town, each city has a sign and they're different artistic versions. So, you know, it's fun to take pictures with them and check out. Sometimes they have other things going on around them. So we just saw a group of like tons of people on the side of the road like staring up at a tree. We're like, we better stop in case there's a sloth or something. Sure enough, there was a sloth in the tree right beside the road. It was so cool to see up close. Slothy. I don't think I've ever heard of a cuter name for a coffee shop. And it actually benefits sloths. We had to go twice, we couldn't help it. What an adorable place. They gave us a sticker with our orders of coffee. And for the sloth tours goes to conserving the sloths. And I wouldn't be surprised if back here you can see sloths sometimes right at the coffee shop. So we're in the middle of the hot springs. We've gone by several of them and we're on our way to the free hot spring right next to Tobacan. Call me crazy, but I'm grateful that there's clean bathrooms all over the country where we've been traveling. They all advertise clean bathrooms, and they are. They're normal flush toilets that we have back in the United States. Looks like I have a hot date waiting for me. Gracias.
De nada.
So the hot springs across from Tobacan that were free were amazing. I heard they could be really crowded, but I didn't think the hot springs were too crowded, did you?
No, there were probably only like 20, 30 people. It was cool.
Yeah, and we had like a little pool to ourselves. Every time we wanted to, we had a pool to ourselves. We went to different pools. We found it's like a slide that went under the road.
We had to be careful though, because I ripped my shorts and she scraped her butt.
Ouch.
So.
But it was totally worth it. So we were told by everyone here that you should pay the locals to watch your cars for you. So it was $10 to park there. So it was basically a $10 experience, which is pretty amazing. We just went through La Fortuna and it's so cute. It's the first city that we really like the vibe here. It's kind of like a ranch town and you can see the volcano everywhere. tons of restaurants, lots of experiences. If I was gonna stay somewhere and just stay in one spot without a car, like just get a ride from the airport, I would stay there for sure. I wanted to get the full Costa Rican experience. Everywhere we went, people were sweeping. We even saw little kids mimicking their moms doing it. And I knew it would be therapeutic. It totally was. But what a beautiful problem. There's so many flowers everywhere and they're just falling, so they need to be swept away. Over on the side Jocko's on the Pacific side, all the beaches are great for surfing and looking for rocks. We found some crazy rocks. So we've had some success finding monkeys and actually had them come right up to us when we're on the ocean looking in the trees behind the beach. Some of them came right up to my dad on this walkway, which was so cool because he wasn't really comfortable walking in the sand, which I know can be really common for some people. So we were worried he wouldn't be able to see him up close, and they were like practically jumping on his head. I've heard you can do some snorkeling here, but the other side is really good for snorkeling. Another experience that we found in Jocko is driving right up on the beach. You could bring your own food with you or go check out one of the restaurants that are right on the beach. There's a lot to choose from. But be careful with your rental car if that's what you're doing. Yeah, in the door. Time to make dinner. We were all just talking about how grateful we are for this home exchange with the outdoor kitchen where we can all cook together and have some homemade meals that it's kind of like a group project on vacation too. Little team building. Our super kind host left us some oil and spices and some essentials for when we got here, and that seems to happen a lot with home exchange. It makes it so you only need to get like your main items and you don't have to find all those spices and everything like you do sometimes on vacation. I'm sure we're not the only ones who absolutely love eating outside. I mean, it just tastes better when you're outside. And it changes the atmosphere so much, whether you're in the jungle or on the ocean, even close to a waterfall. There's so many outdoor dining options all over Costa Rica. You definitely have to be on the lookout for. We had an awesome time in Costa Rica, and we hope that in sharing this that you've got some information that helps you plan your next trip. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. We'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't yet, and thanks for watching.
He's coming to see you, Dad. I'd be careful.
Behind the scenes how we get our shots.
Because I suck at GoPro more than he does driving. He's better driving than a GoPro than I am.
Here we go, ready?